Now, engine turning is the process of adding swirl marks in unique patterns on steel or on metal. In this case, aluminum. So what we're going to do first, we've got a trim bezel that we've made for a Corvette, and this goes in the center stack. And first thing we're going to do is take a roll-lock pad. Now this is a very fine Scotch-Brite, and we're going to go over the entire surface of the metal. Now what this will do is remove any surface imperfections that will show through our engine turning and ruin the finish. Alright, now we have a nice clean surface free of any dents and dings or chips that will ruin the finished look. So next thing we got to do is mark out our lines for our engine turning. Okay, so what we've done is we've measured the width of our piece, and we're going to draw on some lines to give us a guide for our engine turning. So we're using a couple of different straight edges here to keep it all square. Okay, and so that gives us our center line. Now this is this bar that we're going to use to do the actual turning. Basically what this is it's just a cylinder of emery, just like what we use on the roll-lock, except it's a specific diameter and it works really well. So what we do is we cut off a little section about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and we'll put that in our drill press. But what we want to do is just take this. We want to get an idea of how wide this is. Okay, and this is about a 1/2 inch stick. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to make our lines overlap. We want our cuts to overlap. So what we're going to do is make each series of lines about 3/8 of an inch wide, and that will give us a nice overlap, and this should look pretty darn good. And we're going to come out, and every 3/8 of an inch we're just going to put a hash mark. Square up. And we're going to do that for each hash mark. You want to make sure you use a section that does not have holes in the middle of it. Okay, so now we've got our hash marks all along here. Okie-doke. So here we've got our lines, and we're ready to take it over to the drill. Okay, so we've got our turning material chucked up into our drill press. Now we're going to make this go from bottom to top, or left to right, however you want to look at it. One side, then we'll move down to the next line, come the opposite direction, and we move back the other way. This will give us a crossover looking like fish scales. Should look pretty good. Now we want to center this on each crosshair. That'll give us the nice overlap that we're looking for, and this should look pretty good. Alright, now there is our first bit of turning. It's really starting to show up now. Alright, and we go. 20 minutes to do this whole piece, not including the markup. That's pretty good. Now we're going to check it out on the car.